Baku is emerging not just as a regional energy hub, but as a political mediator. Joining us from Tel Aviv is Dr. Eytan Cohen, senior researcher at Tel Aviv University and a prominent expert on Turkish politics and regional diplomacy. Dr. Cohen, welcome to the program.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Cohen, how would you characterize the current state of Israeli-Turkish relations, especially in light of Netanyahu's expected visit to Baku?
Okay. First of all, I would like to share with you a breaking news. According to Israeli media, unfortunately, our Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu decided to postpone his visit to Azerbaijan due to the intensifying conflict with the Hamas terrorist organization in the Gaza Strip, and also due to the latest developments in Syria. However, we still very much cherish and we really appreciate Azerbaijan's very important role here for our relationship with Turkey. As you already mentioned, Azerbaijan began to function as a very important key actor here. Since there are very important relationships between Israel and Azerbaijan, and also Turkey and Azerbaijan. Of course, Israel sees Azerbaijan as the most important architect of such a normalization between the two countries. Recently, we already saw that Azerbaijanis hosted the first talks on Syria between the Israeli and the Turkish delegations. And therefore, I believe that Azerbaijan will continue to rise as a very influential power in the entire region. We can see that also the Americans, also the Israelis, and also the Turks can only trust in Azerbaijan. And therefore, I think we should cherish this relationship. And with this opportunity, I also would like to emphasize that despite the fact that we have very problematic relationship now with Turkey, Israel is not looking for deteriorating the relationship. Israel would be very much grateful to Azerbaijan if we can mend our fences with Ankara.
So how do you think can Azerbaijan act as a stabilizing force when Israeli and Turkish interests often clash in Syria? To be more precise, to what extent Azerbaijani investments into Syria could deter Israel from launching new attacks in Syria?
Well, I really don't think that it can deter Israel from taking such bold actions in Syria. Of course, Israel will not going to attack Azerbaijani assets in Syria. You know, it's a known fact. Azerbaijan is a friendly country, is an ally of the state of Israel, and we cherish this very important relationship. However, unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the Syrian government. This Syrian government is led by a terrorist. We all remember that a couple of months ago, he was a jihadi, right? We all remember him with his Al-Qaeda and later ISIS and Jabhat al-Nusra links. So even if he is now wearing a suit and a jacket, from the Israeli perspective, doesn't change anything. From our perspective, he is threatening, this current Syrian government is threatening Israel's natural allies. They are the Druze people in southern Syria. Our government made it very clear, in case that the Druze people will be targeted, Israel will not remain silent. We have a brotherhood relationship with the Druze people. If you look at the Israeli society, you will see that the Druze people are contributing to the Israeli society. They are serving in the Israeli army. So, of course, we feel an obligation towards them.
Mr. Cohen, thank you very much for talking to ANEWZ.
Thank you very much for having me. Good night.